Hi, everyone. Just wanted to announce a brand new range of model portfolios we've released onto the system today. We've expanded our partnership with ASHL. We've already got a number of their mandates already built onto analytics via the MPS directory, but we've just extended that to include this new fund blend range. So just a couple of minutes just to explain where to find them, what you can do with them, the sort of content you can create, etc., with this new set of data. Those of you that are with ASHL already, Sense, Linkum, Link, etc., you can access all of the model portfolios via the MPS directories. A lot of you would have already done this, but you can simply click on the MPS directory over here. Loads up all of the providers that we already have on analytics. And if you scroll down to Rockhold, they're in here. You can click on that and then just click on Activate Me, and it will activate you for their model portfolios. Now, the model portfolios that we've built already on the system, they'll automatically appear under any portfolio drop down, and you'll have the active range, you have the passive range, you have the sustainability range as well, sustainable range, but also you've got the active and passive blend as well. But the ones we've added today are the fund blends. Now, Rockhold have got a couple of funds. They've got the global equity and they've got the fixed interest. And as a lot of you will know, you can blend them together, kind of 75-25 split, etc., 65-35. Now, on analytics, you can kind of do that yourself if you want. You can go on to build a portfolio, add the two funds to the portfolio and split it 75-25, etc. So it seems simple enough, but actually there are 7 of them and there's 7 different ways of splitting them, and clearly they change over time as well. So 75-25 today will therefore drift tomorrow and the next day. So Rockhold go and rebalance them every month, every quarter, etc. So we kind of thought when we spoke with Rockhold and ASHL about this, it's far better if we build these as a kind of like an MPS solution, so that you guys don't have to. So straight away, you've now got 7 fund blends, and they will automatically adjust and rebalance for you behind the scenes, so you don't have to worry about that at all. So that's where you'll find them. So every single time it asks you to select a portfolio, you'll find those now included within the existing mandates that you're already familiar with. What can you do with it? Just a couple of quick wins here. I've just added all of them to the active list, made them all blue. Firstly, I could throw that into something like a line chart. Remember, these are quite young solutions. They only go back to kind of mid 2022. So you've got about a year and a half's worth of history, but you can still create some nice charts here. So create, from inception, or in this case, over the last year, this is how well the solutions have performed. They're pretty much in order as well. Very, very cautious at the bottom and adventurous at the top, and everything where they should be. You can also create something like a scatter chart. This looks quite nice, maybe over the last year. This will show the performance versus risk of those solutions and how they've performed. That looks quite nice. It shows the efficient frontier. The most riskiest solution is understandably taking the best level of performance as you'd expect or hope. And then as you start going down the risk spectrum, taking less risk, taking less performance. But what you can then start doing is comparing that to whatever you like. Obviously, analytics has data on anything. So if you wanted to then start comparing that to an existing client portfolio, maybe you've got that on the back office system, you can just simply click on a button and it will pull it from your back office into this. So this is one I've built earlier. This is my existing client portfolio. They're invested somewhere else. And again, I want to start creating some content to convince them why I think they'd be much better off in one of these kind of fund blended portfolios. And it will provide for me the same kind of chart as I had a second ago. This time show me where my client's portfolio sits. And I can say, well, look, we're recommending maybe the adventurous solution, Mr. or Mrs. Client. It takes basically the same level of risk as yours is taking currently, but significantly better returns. And just a couple of last things. If you wanted to maybe create a nice little report around that, there's a nice little feature over here called Portfolio Comparison Report. Again, it's asking you for a portfolio. So let's go and find, let's do blended growth. And I want to compare that against Keith Baker and his pension. Click on generate, and you'll get a nice little report that will just simply pop those two solutions side by side and then focus on the reasons why you're proposing one over the other. Look, Mr. and Mrs. Client, our solution of these two funds blended together at a 75-25 split. This is what you've currently got. It's significantly cheaper. The performance has been better. And there's the volatility between them. Again, Rockhold taking less volatility than your current solution, but taking better returns. And just one very final thing on the left-hand side, another nice thing to consider under portfolio tools, you've got a price comparison tool as well. So you can very quickly place those two solutions side by side and start comparing the costs and charges. So again, system's asking me for a portfolio. So the Rockhold models will be in here. Let's scroll down to those. Rockhold, let's just do the same as before. Blended balance growth. Let's just pick a slightly different portfolio. There we go. This is my client's existing portfolio. She's got an ISA. And again, I may have just dragged that from the back office. The ISA's got, let's just say that's 100,000 to invest over a certain amount of time. And then we can say, look, what's the growth we want to assume? We're just going to assume a 4% growth rate. And what are the charges? Well, the system tells you what the charges are. We'll just pull it in at the very bottom here. So I can say, look, my Rockhold model is, my proposed Rockhold model is 088. My existing is 131. Advice fee is the same across the board, so I'll pop that in there. Maybe the platform fee is the same as well. We're not suggesting a different platform, so it's just 025. We're just simply suggesting a difference in solution. If we click on the results tab, you get a really nice little cost comparison to say, well, look, this is my proposed Rockhold model. We've already, explored the performance, the volatility, etc. But now let's look at the charges. If we both grow at 4%, Mr. or Mrs. Client, my solution will take 100,000 and take it to 177 over 25 years. Yours is 159. And the reason for that difference is because we're picking a slightly different solution, because it's a lot more competitive. It's going to cost that much every year for you, as opposed to that and PDF. So that's where these new Rockhold models, ASHL models, live, just under the portfolio tab via the MPS directory. And that's the tip of the iceberg. There's plenty of things you can create in analytics off the back of that data, but hopefully you can see that it should hopefully save you a bit of time, rather than you building these portfolios yourself and having to monitor them and make sure they're rebalanced. You don't need to worry now. As of today, they're available in your accounts, and you can start creating that content very quickly. Hope that's useful. As ever, any questions on the left-hand side, contact us, help desk, and you've got chat with an expert in the bottom right as well. Thanks for watching.